Starbucks started in 1971. It was just a narrow little storefront in Seattle's Pike Place Market. It was really, even then, a pretty magical place. But in the 80s, something happened, and that is Howard Schultz joined the company in 1982. Starting in 1987, the logo went from brown to green, and the aprons did too. And you could get a cafe latte, a macchiato, an espresso, and not yet a frappuccino, but that would come later. Even after Starbucks became a coffee house, there was always that magical connection between Starbucks and the customer. People could sit and stay, they could listen to music. It became a third place.
Third place, a term first coined by sociologist Ray Oldenburg. It means the place where people spend time between work and home.
And that experience was really what the world was looking for. And it started to grow in a way I don't think anybody could have imagined.
Cafe Practices stands for Coffee and Farmer Equity, and it is our verification program that we have put into place all around the globe over 25 years ago. So really early in the journey of thinking about sustainability and sustainable practices. We've put an emphasis on the social, the community, quality of coffee, and transparency of pricing, and build a holistic model. Farms that are part of Cafe Practices, which is, again, over 98% of farms that we source from are smallholder farmers, less than 5 hectares of coffee that they're growing. And Cafe Practices as a foundation has allowed us to holistically work in ways that are bettering the lives of the farmers, increasing the yields, and doing it in a really responsible way from a sustainability practice. We've always been an innovative company. Coffee is no exception. To ensure we keep innovating is testing, piloting. Our research and development farm, Hacienda Alsacia in Costa Rica, is designed just for that. It is an innovation center. It is a hub for creativity, and whether it be on farm, where we're doing things with soil, reducing water, using different equipment to ensure that we have proven to ourselves that these are great practices so that all farmers have access to it, is critical. Also are embarking on what we're calling a sustainability innovation lab that's right there on the farm at Alsacia, which is our next version of challenging ourselves to have a space and collaborate together to solve some of the biggest problems for the future of not just coffee, but the communities and the social and the environmental side of all the things that we do. So we're not stopping.
In 2008, our founder, Howard Schultz, went to a coffee store in New York, and he tasted what was the best cup of coffee. And that best cup of coffee was brewed on a machine called the Clover. And the Clover had a great following. The only thing was that the Clover was very slow. It would brew a cup of coffee in 4 minutes. So just imagine, you're sitting in your drive-thru with 4 customers ordering a brewed cup on the Clover, it would take you 16 minutes. So what we did was we took the Clover technology and we repackaged it, re-engineered it to brew a cup of coffee in 30 seconds.
The thing I love about Vertica is it gives our customers choice. They can choose from one of many different coffees, and we can grind and brew that coffee fresh on demand in 30 seconds for every single customer. That means you're getting your choice of coffee, including decaf all day long, ground and brewed on demand, and actually a beautiful thing is it involves a lot less waste.
Here she is. Obviously, we've got blends from your dark roast to your blonde roast to even your medium roast. We've got a grande pike right here. It's essentially just 2 buttons that you press. You press the pike option and then you choose the size over here. Kind of just put your cup right there, press that button, and we just wait for it to dispense.
Innovation comes from a culture that is built around challenging the status quo. And challenging the status quo is the DNA of Starbucks. The best way to get to a great idea is to have a lot of ideas. So the Trier Center is a place where we can bring a lot of ideas, fail fast, prototype, create ideas from scratch, test them out with our partners, test them out with our customers, and see which ones we should actually bring to market.
So the way to think about Trier is, instead of someone sitting in the corporate office coming up with a solution, what we do is we engage with the 25 partners who are rotating through Trier. They solve the problem, they figure out how to solve the problem, and the rest of the building figures out how to make that solution happen.
One of the things that's special about Starbucks is customers can find a drink that is truly just for them.
My favorite Starbucks drink is a tall oat milk latte.
I have to say it's a black coffee.
It's a double tall non-fat latte.
My favorite is the iced shaken oat milk espresso.
The brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso, but with 2 extra pumps of white mocha in there. Makes it a little creamy. It's delicious.
Venti iced soy, vanilla matcha, and I add salted cream cold foam on top.
One of the things that has really become popular over the last few years is cold foam.
Our beverage team actually came up with the idea that you could have a very good texture like whipped cream, but it could be much more healthier by putting a cold foam topping on a beverage. Over the last 5 years, that cold foam topping has become the second largest customization that our customers do.
We needed to make it easier for our partners to be able to make cold foam.
So we got some partners here and they came up with the idea. They said,
What if we could make this with a new kind of blender?
so we came up with a battery-powered blender, and this is the first battery-powered blender in the industry.
The thing I love about it is that it makes our partners' lives easier because it's portable.
Now let's take you over to our portable cold foam blender. I've got a salted cream cold foam over here. Let's quickly make it. And there you are, salted cream cold brew made with our portable cold foam blender.
So between ease of use, less waste, and more efficient for our partners and customers, we love the portable cold foam.
How do you measure innovation in Starbucks? One way of measuring it is the new products we put out and what the customers like. The other way of looking at it is, and that is a tangible way, you should be able to get a patent on it. So we get roughly about 50 to 55 patents in a year. And about 6 years ago, we were doing about 5 to 6 patents a year. Our innovation has gone up 10 times since Trier was set up. And the patents are the embodiment of that. It is living proof that we are innovating and we are much better than everyone else in the industry.
At Starbucks, we see an increasing premium on genuine human connection. We have always been a company that's been in the people business serving coffee, not just in the coffee business serving people.
And that's really at the heart of it. And I think even as the world changes, even as Starbucks change, as long as we keep that in mind, it's going to be special and it's going to be something that will endure.
Even if it's one cup at a time or one conversation at a time, we want to bring human connection into the world at scale.